For today's video, we're gonna go over some tips in regards to the new Scurvy Shoals Venture Zone. Before we jump into it, there were a couple things I wanted to point out first. There's currently 690 legendary perk up available in the weekly store, which doesn't happen often, so make sure you get those before it resets next week. Also, some of you may have gotten a free 2021 birthday llama yesterday.
A llama, 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 I'm a llama, you a llama, llama, luma, llama, llama.
I believe they gave a free birthday llama to everybody who logged in to save the world while they were having storm shield defense issues. So they sort of gave this to us as compensation, even though not everybody was affected by it. Speaking of which, they have fixed the storm shield defense issue. According to Trello, the bug that makes your storm shield reset has been fixed, so you shouldn't have any problems doing endurance, Wargames, or SSDs. So yeah, that's why they gave us the birthday llama. Another thing I want to go over is Supercharged XP. Apparently this has already been implemented into the game. Basically this allows you to earn ridiculous amounts of XP from regular missions. But as you can see, someone was able to get over 95,000 XP from one mission. Somebody else was able to get over 70,000 from another. And according to this post that was on Reddit, someone from Epic replied saying Supercharged XP was enabled and saved the world at the start of season 20. This looks like an outcome of that. So apparently this is intentional. Now Epic didn't explain how it works exactly, but I believe it's based on whether or not you have Supercharged XP in BR. If you do, it can transfer over to save the world. And if it does, you'll be able to get large amounts of XP. So that's how I believe it works, but again, Epic Games hasn't really explained how it works yet. I guess technically it could be random as well. For those wondering how you get Supercharged XP, basically the way it works is you need to avoid playing Fortnite for a certain period of time, typically a day or so. If you go that long without playing, and if you skip your daily quest, then the next time you do log in, it'll activate the Supercharged XP. Basically it gives people who don't play every day a chance to level up a little bit faster. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about the Supercharged XP and save the world. And the last thing I want to point out before we get started is that there's currently a Survivor Supercharger available in the weekly challenges. All you have to do is complete 10 power level 160 missions. And the reason I wanted to point that out is because we normally don't get Survivor Superchargers from weekly challenges. So yeah, this doesn't really happen too often, and just wanted to make sure y'all didn't miss out on it. Alright, so when it comes to the new Scurvy Shoals Venture Zone, the first thing I want to go over is the new modifier. It's called Bounty Husk. In the description that comes with it says normal and Husky Husk and Miss Monsters have increased health. All husks get knocked back further and easier, and player weapons get bonus knockback. So with that being said, there are certain weapons that can allow you to knock them back even more, and the weapons I'm referring to are the ones that have a lot of impact. So hydraulic weapons are going to be really good when it comes to knocking back husks consistently. So you'll be able to knock back husks really easily with the nailer, with the hydra, the piston spitter, the dam buster's another one that are going to send husk flying. Same thing with the pulverizer. And you should be able to get hydraulic weapons from the vending machines. But those aren't the only weapons that can knock back husks. In this first clip, I was able to make this blaster go flying using a ranger. And in the second clip, I made a bunch of husks go flying using a bowler. So yeah, it's not only hydraulic weapons that can knock them back. Look at this, people. Look. So this is why I think hydraulic weapons are going to be good for this Venture Zone, because look at that. Look at that, people. Because they already come with a lot of impact, and we get extra impact from the Bounty Husk modifier. So that's why I say you may want to keep an eye out for hydraulic weapons, because you can make them fly like that. Look, you just bully him. Get bullied, Smash. Get bullied.
Why you bully me?
Oh. Now we are really bullying the Smasher now. Okay. But yeah, this is what the Bounty Husk modifier looks like. And that's not the only modifier that we got this season. We also got the Super Treasure modifier. And the description that came with this says, great monsters mean great rewards. Players periodically spawn a chest full of valuable items when eliminating enemies. tougher enemies drop chests more frequently. So you may be able to get a chest to spawn from a regular husk, but it looks like you'll get them to drop more often from mist monsters. And they look exactly like Blakebeard's stash loot. So even if you don't have the Blakebeard stash team perk selected, but you see these treasure chests laying around, go ahead and try to pick them up anyway, because it might be a super treasure chest that you were able to get the drop from the super treasure modifier. And these are actually a really good way to get weapons as well as materials and ammo. So again, whenever you see those drop, make sure you walk up to it and try to pick it up. So those are the two modifiers you're going to see throughout the Scurvy Shoals Venture Zone this season. Also, there has been some changes made to the boars.
Oink.
They no longer drop weapons or traps. It looks like now they only drop ammo and crafting ingredients. Last season they were able to drop weapons and traps, but it doesn't look like they're able to this season.
Oink.
So not really good for getting weapons, but they are good when it comes to getting ammo and crafting materials. Obviously, storm chests are still a really good way to get weapons. Next up, we're going to take a look at a couple of different loadouts. Now, the way I approached it was when I first started, I used Outlander loadout so I could get materials, because when you first start the Venture Zone, you don't have anything. So for the first few missions, I used Fossil Southie with the Blast from the Past team perk. And here's the rest of my loadout. This is my normal farming loadout. Another thing you're going to want to do when you first start is use the supply drop, at least until you can start filling up your inventory a little bit. So yeah, this is the loadout that I used when I first started the Scurvy Shoals Venture Zone. Once I started getting enough weapons and materials, the next loadout I used was the Dragon Scorch loadout, because it'll drop peg legs, which are really good melee weapons to use when you're first starting out in the Venture Zone. Peg legs can also be used in high level Venture Zone missions as well. I guess you could also go with Happy Holidays or Blast from the Past, but we chose to use Blakebeard stash. For our support team, we have Crossbones Barrett, Blakebeard, Privateer Hype, Snuggle Specialist Sarah, Sarah Hotep. If you don't have the Blakebeard stash team perk or Blakebeard, good news is the Yard questline is currently available, and you'll be able to get both of them by completing the Walk the Plank quest, which is the second to last quest. So this is a really good loadout you could use all the way up to Venture level 50. If you're able to get a Xenon bow from one of the vending machines, you could also use Stoneheart Farah. I've only been playing Ventures for about 4 to 5 hours this season, and I already got 3 Xenon bows. So if you're able to get one, you could use Stoneheart Farah. For our support team, we have the same 3 pirate heroes, as well as Rabbit Raider Jonesy and Redline Ramirez. If you don't have Rabbit Raider, he will be coming to the event store on April 10th at 8 p.m. So yeah, that's another loadout you can use if you happen to get the Xenon bow. And another really good loadout you can use all the way up to Venture level 50 is the Teddy loadout. So for your commander, you're going to want either Metal Team Leader, or I guess you could also use Jingle Jest. They both have the same perk. But yeah, you're going to want to use one of those two. For your team perk, you can use Happy Holidays. And for our support team, we have Ventura Ramirez, Jilly Teacup, Trailblazer Quinn, Gumshoe, and Stare Down Southie. And just like with the Dragon Scorch loadout, you could use this one all the way up to Venture level 50. If you prefer using constructors, you can go with either the Ice King, Power Base, or Base Kyle. So yeah, those are a couple of different loadouts that I would recommend. Obviously, there's a ton of loadouts that you can use. If there's any loadouts that you all would recommend, be sure to let us know in the comments below. Alright, so the last thing we're going to go over are the Venture Zone rewards. And I'll leave a link to where I found this image in the description if you want to go check it out. Basically, we're just going to focus on the main rewards. At level 5 and level 10, you get a Troll Stash Llama. At level 13, you get your first voucher, and that's the Weapon Research voucher. So you get that at 13. At level 17, you get your first Core Reperk. And at level 20, you get your Hero Recruitment voucher. Once you reach Venture level 25, you get your first Survivor Supercharger. At 28, you get your first Trap Supercharger. You get 2 more Survivor Superchargers at level 31. And your first Hero Supercharger at level 34. At level 37, you get 3 more Survivor Superchargers. At level 40, you get your first Weapon Supercharger. At 42, you get 4 Survivor Superchargers. At level 44, you get another Hero Supercharger. At level 46, you get 5 Survivor Superchargers. At 48, you get another Trap Supercharger. At 49, you get a Hero Supercharger. And at level 50, you get a Weapon Supercharger. Keep in mind, you can continue earning rewards after level 50, but you'll no longer earn Superchargers. And you can get extra Superchargers from your Venture Challenge quest. Once you get close to finishing those, they'll start offering Superchargers. So those are all of the rewards that you get from the Venture Zone. And that sums up everything we're going to go over for this one. Before I go, big shout out to everybody who's been using the creator code. Anyways, I hope y'all found this video useful, and thanks for watching.